made by Deanne Marie. So today, or tonight I should say, I thought I'd make some necklaces and maybe, a keychain or two. So I thought I'd show you guys how I do that. I'm going to be using some dried flowers, and I may use some silver and copper foil. Haven't decided yet. And then I've got various sprinkles here to use. Back this up. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I've got several different sprinkles here to use. Also, some different colors of mica powder. Those blend up so nicely in resin. Okay, so the way we begin, don't forget, you always have to have your PPE, your gloves, your mask. I have an apron on, and I also have my window open along with my fan going. And I also have my head covered too. So, okay. All right, so for starters, we're gonna need our tape to put our bezels on. So these are called bezels. So this is an open back bezel, So we're gonna use several of those. Now, in order to get it to stick down, we are going to be using our tape here. You can find it. And now you have an option of folding the tape over, or what I do is I'll use a craft stick. And I don't want the tape to be any wider than my my curing machine. So let's just put that there. And we'll cut this. And so that just makes it much easier. To handle. Move around and put inside the curing machine. Now, these are easy enough to put down. And when you put them down, you'll want to make sure that you're pressing it down so you don't get any leakage. And I thought I'd do hearts for Valentine's Day. So we're going to do some pretty hearts. I'm going to press it down this way. You can take your stick, craft stick, or a rolling pin and press it down. Then you can actually go ahead and flip it over and just, make sure it's on there good, because you don't want to have any leakage. So when you, okay, all right, so I've got different kind of cups tonight. I've got the reusable cups as well as the disposable cups. We're going to make up a couple of colors here for us to play with. Okay. So, am I out here? Just almost out on that one. So, it is January 2nd. So, I hope your new year has begun swimmingly and you are ready to get on into this 2025 and show it who the boss is. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. Let's put some in this one. Okay. Now, I don't throw this away right away. I will put it in a cup, something to where it's going to stand upright So the rest of that resin that's in there will come to the tip, and I don't have to worry about it, you know, coming out because the cap is on it. So I've already got a new bottle ready because I knew that was running out. Okay. All right, so we did good. I don't see any bubbles, well, very few. All right, so let's start out by mixing some purple. So we're gonna mix some purple in this one. And let's do some red mica powder in one. Oh, I haven't used this before. Oh, I thought I had. Okay. I'm gonna add a good amount in there. I don't want that to pop up on us. Okay. Oh, that don't go back on. All right, and you know what? Let's mix this up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm also going to get, ooh, I am just making an absolute mess here. I'm also going to get some alcohol inks so you can see what the alcohol inks would be like. Okay. So again, you want to mix, mix, mix. Make sure you're mixing it well. You want to make sure you don't have any lumps or anything like that. No dry powder in it. Now the advantage of using the disposable cups is, it's it's quite obvious, right? They're disposable. All right, hold on just a minute. Let me clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So let's stir this up. This is the purple. Let me bring it in a little bit closer. Oh, maybe that's too close. Let's see. You can see this is the purple, so I'm gonna mix that up. I think that's too close. Let's try this one. Okay, that's good. All right, so we want to make sure we get all that mixed up. Okay. All right, that's all mixed up. And we have one more cup here. And let's use some gold foil kind of flaky things. We're gonna do this one a little bit differently, okay? All right, so let me move this back down. Okay, and we can see we have a little bit of something right here. Oh, of course. Well, that might just, there we go. We can get it. Okay. I know y'all didn't come to see me fight. Oh, got it. Yay. Okay, very good. It's a struggle sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna start here. And we're just going to just pour that directly in. Now keeping in mind, this is a little thicker, and we will do it in layers just to make sure that everything cures. So okay, add a little bit more in there. And it does a really good job of leveling out on its own. Okay, now we're going to put the mica powder in this one. We want to make sure that we're pushing it to the edge. Make sure everything is taken care of. I just really like mica powders. They, I mean, they're just so distinct. I mean, just look at that. See how I drop it in there? It just kind of... Okay. All right. Our next one, we're going to do something a little different. So this one, I'm just going to pour the clear resin in. Okay. And we're going to add some of these flakes in here. So just putting them in. Now these, you want to make sure that you're pressing down in your resin, because when the resin gets on there and dries, it will get really hard and it could potentially cut someone, so we definitely don't want that to happen. Okay, so we're just going to do that just like that. Those are stuck to the tape, so we're not going to get those. So we'll just, what I'm doing here is I'm just pressing these down to try to get them down off in the resin as far as possible. Sometimes they float back up, but they eventually will get in there. My resin is beginning to cure. My my ring light over here, I guess, is helping it cure faster. So we're going to let this cure for 2 minutes. And we'll be back. All right, so our first round has timed out. So we'll put that there. Now we're going to take it. Now, I know you probably realize that I didn't use my lighter or anything to burst bubbles, but there aren't any. So, okay, so now I'm gonna put this over here in the UV light and let it cure from the top and the bottom as well. All right, I thought before I put these under the UV light again, I'm gonna dome them. And when you dome them, you're just basically giving them a nice little top shine. So I had already placed, oh wow. I had already placed some resin on here, but I just wanted to let you see what doming is. And basically, I'm just putting the resin on top, so it gives it a really nice effect. Hey, honey. And y'all know what? My ring light is it is curing this. It's starting the curing process for sure. So, lesson is to know to, especially if you're working like by a window or something, you want to be aware that it's just going to cause it to cure a little faster. So we're going to put that on for a couple minutes and we'll be back. Our other ones are ready, so let's take those out. And we're going to put this, oops, and we're going to put this in the UV light, and we'll give it 2 minutes. Okay, so let's pull these guys apart. Okay, this is what happens when it doesn't cure all the way through. So that is an epic failure. I've never had that happen before. But then that's dark. So let's see. Okay, you know what? You usually want to turn the video off when you make a mistake like this, but people need to see that mistakes are made. So the mistake I made here was I didn't cure it properly. So because the color I had in there was so dark, let's get this off and get this cleaned up. It was so dark, it's not ruined really. I can fix this. I can fix this. So let's move it here. So what I want to do right now is clean this up. Let's clean this one up. Okay, so got that one all cleaned up. And we'll put that together in a little bit. Let's clean this mess up. Look at that pretty hard right there. Oh. Okay. All right, so we'll come back to those in a minute. So right now what we want to do is, let's get some tape here. It's in here somewhere. That's the worst part. There it is. The worst part about tape. This time I'm just gonna fold it over. So again, you have options. I'm gonna fold it over this time because I only have the one item I'm going to be using. Now before I put this back on here, I need to clean it up a little bit because I surely do not want, oops, sorry. I need to clean it up a little bit because I surely do not want the resin to harden on the bezel. So I got that all nice and clean. And I'm just gonna put this, because the bottom part of it is cured. The back part is cured. Okay, all right. Let me get my scissors here. Okay, all right, so let's get our stick. Let's see. Okay, so it's not very deep. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to put this back over here. Okay, put this back in here. Okay, so I've taken that back out and it has now cured. There's not any give in it anywhere, so that's good. That has cured. But because, let's see what the front side looks like. Yeah, the front side looks great. Okay, so because there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a dip. You can tell there's a definite definition between the top of the ridge and the inside. So what we're gonna do to take care of that is we're going to use the J Diction. Let me back it up a little bit. We're gonna use the J Diction high viscosity resin. We're gonna use that as a dome. So, and again, the nice thing about this is that it will level itself out pretty good. So we just want to spread that out. Just be very careful. We don't want to go over the edge, just right to the edge. Okay. Now, just to make sure I don't see any bubbles, just to make sure, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm gonna put that in for 2 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, so we're now going to take these out. And I did something a little different with this one, the one I had the gold in here. I domed the back with some red and purple sparkles. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Oh, see, look how pretty that turned out. Look at that. Okay. Let's unmold. Oh, beautiful. So we made sure that those cured. So those cured lovely. Okay, here go these. Perfect. They cure beautifully. Look at that. Awesome. Oh, lovely. Okay. I'll be back. Let me get the hardware and we'll put some stuff together. All right, so we are at the put it together stage. And to put these together, which I'm going to do, I just decided to go ahead and do necklaces for all of them. You will need your jump rings as well as your necklaces, your necklace chains. You could do fancy smancy jump rings like these. These are some I just recently got hold of, which I really like them. they're kind of a partial triangle. And in this box, you get the various options there, the antique, the silver, the gold, and then for when it comes to your jump rings, I have different sizes in each one of these, so it gives you the options for those. I've got my chains, as I said before. Now for these guys right here, I'm just going to put those on pocket hearts. So I'll use my glue stick and I'll just let those be little pocket hearts. Okay. Alright, so let's move these out of the way. I thought about taking one of the small ones and placing it on there to give it some texture. I think that would be cute. I think I'm gonna do that. So hold on. Okay, so I've decided that I want to place this heart. No, let me do this one. This one's flatter. This one has a flatter back surface here. So I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to take this heart and I'm going to put just a drop of UV resin on there. And I've got my light here. And I'm just going to do my light real quick just to stop it from moving. And then we're just going to put the heart on top of it. And we'll just cure that. Okay. I'm just kind of moving it in place so it will stay where I want it. Okay, so now that I've done that, it's going to take it a minute to cure. I just want it to stay in place for me. So I'll hold it. Okay, great. Okay, so now that I've done that, now what I want to do is I'm going to put it on this stick. So hopefully I will be, maybe I should do 2 sticks. We'll do 2 sticks. We'll see if we can keep them together. Okay, so now I just want to take resin and just kind of go around it. And a toothpick and just kind of spread the resin out from the heart so it's basically part of it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, I don't know, so it doesn't look like it's just sitting up there. It doesn't look like it's just sitting up there. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. I like that. I'm going to bring it all around down the edge here. Okay. And you can also use your toothpick to move it around. Okay, so get it to the best angle where you can see what you're doing. Make sure in this case In each case, you're bringing it all the way to the edge, just not over the edge. Okay. All right. So let's let this cure for about a couple of minutes. All right, so now this is cured. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty, so pretty. And it's nice and cured. I can tell it's cured because if it's not cured, it's going to be kind of tacky, sticky feeling. Okay. All right, so now, I think I still want to let that cure a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and I thought about doing that, with the purple one too. But I think I'm going to leave the purple one the way it is. We're going to leave that the way it is. Okay, so in addition to needing your jump rings, you are going to need, I would definitely suggest using 2 pliers. This one here has a little magnet, so it'll grab it for me. And so once I have it, then what I want to do is finding the split and just bringing it apart, not pulling it apart, but just bringing it apart like that. So in this case, I'm going to do something kind of different. I haven't done this before. I just thought about it when I was getting the hoops. I'm just going to put a bigger hoop in there like that and then close this up. So I just want to twist it back together and close it up like that. Make sure they meet. Okay. Now I'm going to take this other smaller ring, and the end is down here. We're going to open that up, and I'm just going to loop that in to the bigger ring here. Okay. And we're going to close that. So that's kind of different looking, right? All right, so let's get our gold chain. And I ordered all this stuff that you see I have here. It's from Amazon. So here's the gold chain. And oftentimes, probably like this time, it is not going to go through the loop. It won't go through the loop. So what I'm going to have to do is come back and open this up. There we go. It's kind of hard to see. Yep, there we go. Open that up. And then depending on which way you want the clasp to be, then that's the way you want to put it in. And so we're just going to drop this in here like that and close it up. Nice. And there we go. It's pretty. Okay, I'm going to put the other ones together and I'll be back. Okay, so this has been an adventurous evening to say the least. So, I came in from work and I immediately started working on this. So my phone was already low on battery, of course. So as I got to, I think just as I was showing y'all these, before I made these, and then my battery went and I grabbed my GoPro and recorded some things on that. But then the GoPro ran out when I was putting these together. But remember this heart, I put the heart on top of the heart and have the resin in it. So I love that. That is so pretty. And again, majority of these can be worn either way, you know. So that's kind of nice. And it's on the silver chain. And the purple one here. Again, you got the really sparkly side on one. And then you have the regular, you know, on the other. On a gold chain. And then this one here, this is the one that was clear, and I had put the gold flakes in it. And then I decided that I wanted a backing to it, so I took the red and purple sparkles and put it in there. So this one can be worn either way as well. So that's what we created today. So, you know, thank you for stopping by to look at my video. So please like and share, subscribe, comment, come back. Thanks again. See you next time.